If you're tempted to leave this video right now, it's not entirely your fault. It's your mind playing tricks on you, trying to push you to quit before you even begin. And that's exactly why you need the LOTUS method. This framework is designed to help you override those self-defeating thoughts, take charge, and propel yourself into action. If you leave now, you're letting your mind win. But if you stick around, you'll finally discover how to win the battle within yourself. Before diving into this transformative message, take a quick pause, hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 5,000 subscribers, and comment, "I take action." By doing this, you're signaling to the universe that you're ready to silence self-doubt and prove wrong those who underestimated you. I see you've already decided to stay until the end, and that single choice could alter your life forever. Most people would have already given up, but not you. You're different, and I respect you for that. Today I'll teach you something that most people never grasp: how to hack your brain, seize full control, and make it work for you rather than against you. Let me introduce you to the LOTUS method, a game changer for personal transformation. What is the LOTUS method? The LOTUS method is a 5-step framework crafted to rewire your brain so that you embrace difficult tasks instead of avoiding them. Each step uses straightforward psychology and behavior hacks to make even the most daunting challenges feel manageable. Here's what LOTUS stands for. L. Layered breakdowns. O. Overcome resistance. Early. T. Trigger reward. U. Unleash visualization. S. Set micro challenges. Let's break these steps down one by one. Step 1. Layered breakdowns. Picture yourself standing at the base of Mount Everest, looking up as the summit disappears into the clouds. That sense of being overwhelmed? Exactly why we avoid challenging tasks. They seem impossibly large. Here's the secret. Even Mount Everest can be conquered, only one step at a time. Think of any major goal like peeling an onion. You don't tackle the whole thing at once. Instead, you peel it layer by layer, breaking it into smaller, manageable pieces. Take writing a book as an example. Don't paralyze yourself by thinking, "I need to write 300 pages. Instead, tell yourself, "Today, I'll write just one sentence." That's it. One sentence. When you accomplish that tiny goal, your brain releases a burst of dopamine. That wonderful feeling of achievement, which motivates you to keep going. Suddenly you might think, maybe I'll write one more sentence. This isn't just a clever trick. It's how your brain's natural reward system works. Each small victory builds momentum, turning what seemed like an insurmountable mountain into a series of simple, achievable steps. Step 2. Overcome resistance. Early ever noticed how difficult it is to start your car on a freezing morning? That first turn of the key always takes the most effort. Your brain behaves the same way when facing difficult tasks. It resists the initial start with all its might. Here's the trick. Bypass that resistance by making your first step so tiny, it feels almost laughable. If you're dreading a 5 a.m. run, don't think about the miles ahead. Just say to yourself, "I'll put on my running shoes." That's it. Why does this work? Your brain has a fascinating quirk called the Zeigarnik effect. Once you begin something, your mind becomes restless about leaving it unfinished. That single act of putting on one shoe creates a mental itch that nudges you towards the next step. Before you know it, you're thinking, "I've got one shoe on. Might as well put on the other." And just like that, resistance melts away. Step 3. Trigger reward. Think of a video game. Each time you level up, you hear that satisfying ding and feel a rush of joy. Games are addictive because they deliver what our brains crave: instant rewards. Now imagine using that same principle for your hard tasks. Here's the key. Don't wait for the big win to celebrate. Your brain doesn't care about someday. It wants gratification now. Create your own reward system. Small task, small treat. Big task, bigger reward. For example, complete 10 minutes of focused work and treat yourself to that chocolate you've been eyeing. Send 3 emails and take a quick scroll through your favorite social feed. It might seem simple, but this is a sophisticated way to rewire your brain. Soon, your mind will associate difficult tasks with pleasure, turning what once felt like a chore into something you actually enjoy. Step 4. Unleash visualization. Picture a movie trailer in your head. Most people only visualize the final scene, the glory moment, the applause, the victory lap. But here's the twist. Your brain needs the whole story, not just the ending. Olympic athletes don't just imagine crossing the finish line. They mentally rehearse every step of the race, every breath, every push, every moment of doubt. You can do the same. If you want to crush that presentation, don't just picture the applause. Visualize the entire process. See yourself opening your laptop, typing that first slide, and delivering your opening lines with confidence. Here's the amazing part. Your brain can't distinguish between vivid imagination and reality. By mentally rehearsing success, you make it feel familiar. When it's time to act, your brain whispers, "We've been here before. We've got this." Step 5. Set micro challenges. Ever notice how time flies when you're racing against the clock? Turning tasks into mini-games makes even the most boring activities feel like a competition. Here's how to apply this. Break large tasks into smaller, timed challenges. Got a messy room? Don't think. Clean everything. Instead, set a 5-minute timer and see how many items you can put away before it buzzes. Writing a report? Challenge yourself to write 500 words in 20 minutes. Ready, set, go. Suddenly, your work feels like an exciting game, and you're the star player. Even if you don't win every round, it's easy to reset and jump back in. Before you know it, you're not just completing tasks, you're smashing them with enthusiasm. Why the LOTUS method works. The LOTUS method is powerful because it rewires your brain in 3 key ways. 1. Reinforces progress. Celebrating small wins releases dopamine, which creates a craving for more progress. Over time, your brain associates hard tasks with positive feelings. 2. Builds momentum. Starting small reduces overwhelm and builds confidence. Each step completed makes the next one feel easier, creating a chain reaction of progress. 3. Eliminates fear of failure. Micro goals feel safe and manageable, removing the intimidation of, "What if I fail?" Even the biggest challenges become achievable when you break them into tiny, deliberate actions. Now it's your turn. Think of one difficult task you've been avoiding. Break it down. Start with the smallest step and reward yourself along the way. Remember, success isn't about massive leaps. It's about consistent, small steps. The LOTUS method is your key to unlocking that consistency. Remember, simplicity is the key. If your steps feel daunting, strip them down even further. Ask yourself, what's the smallest action I can take right now? For example, instead of saying, organize my entire desk, start with, pick up just one pen, begin small, and build from there. Trap 1, waiting for motivation. Motivation is unpredictable. It comes and goes. The LOTUS method works precisely because it doesn't depend on motivation. Your brain doesn't need to feel ready to put on one shoe or jot down a single sentence. Rely on the framework, not your feelings. Trap 2, forgetting the rewards. Skipping celebrations for small wins robs you of the dopamine boost that fuels momentum. Ensure every step, no matter how minor, has a reward attached. It could be as simple as taking a sip of your favorite drink after completing a micro task. Trap 3. Comparing yourself to others. Your journey is your own. Comparing your progress to someone else's is a quick way to feel discouraged. Focus solely on your next step. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Trap 4. Giving up too soon. The biggest breakthroughs often happen just after you feel like quitting. When the resistance is strongest, remind yourself why you started. Picture your end goal and tell yourself, just one more step, only one more. You're closer than you think. By being mindful of these traps and leveraging the LOTUS method to counteract them, you'll continue moving forward, even when the going gets tough. The LOTUS method isn't just a tool, it's a shift in mindset. It teaches you to trust the process, celebrate small wins, and build unstoppable momentum. Remember, success isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. With the LOTUS method, you're not just tackling difficult tasks, you're transforming the way you approach every challenge in life. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. This is where the real transformation begins. Now it's your turn. Here's your challenge. Think of one big, overwhelming task you've been avoiding. In the comments, write down 1. The task you're tackling. 2. How you'll break it down into a tiny, manageable first step. Step 1 of the LOTUS method. For example, I've been avoiding working out. My first step is to put on my workout clothes and do just 5 push-ups. Once you've completed that first step, return and reply to your own comment with "done." This way, you hold yourself accountable while inspiring others to take action. Let's create a ripple effect of success and momentum. I'll be reading every comment and cheering you on. Let's crush those challenges together.